Hello and welcome everybody to day one of the Arena Open. It's that time again. I am playing in currently day one for a shot at winning $2,000 after everything is said and done. So what are the stakes? Well, I need to make it to 7 wins before I pick up 3 losses in my sealed deck here. And then after that, I make it into day 2 where I do 2 best of 3 drafts for a shot at potentially $2,000. So step 1 here is to open this sealed deck and see what we can do and try to build the best deck possible and make it into day 2 to make it $2,000 cash number 3. That's what I'm going for. We already have 2, gonna go for number 3 this year so far. All right, so let's hop straight in here. Now, before I do though, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you want to pick up booster boxes or individual cards, check them out. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top of the line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, make sure you check them out. heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, let's use some gold. I don't want to set that as my default. Let's open some boosters. Something sweet. Overlords, no ley lines. No ley lines. Oh, that's a lot of rares. That's 9 rares. Okay, what do we have here? Cards that stand out to me is Duskmourn, Curse Recording if we get enough spells, Unstoppable Slasher is great, Duskmourn is great, Fear of Missing Out is great, Ghost Vacuum. This format is probably sealed is slow enough where I think Ghost Vacuum is a mandatory main deck card. Restricted Office can be good, but this is more of a card you draft around rather than just play. Split Up is fantastic, and Razorkin Needlehead is fine if you're heavy in red. So the only downside here is that the reds are kind of spread around blue, green, white, black, red around all the colors. So we'll just kind of see the rest of the pool here and just see what's available to us. Taking a look at the white, I like Surgical Suite. Seize from Slumber is a fine removal spell. Split Up is good. Glimmer Seeker, Fear of Surveillance. Couple of Veteran Survivors, 3 Hardened Escorts, and 2 Jump Scares. So if there is an aggressive red-white deck that we have, then this is something I could consider. Moving into blue, we have a couple of Unable to Screams, which I love. Don't really like the Peeper, but sure, I'll put these all in for now. Triple Twist Reality. I do like Twist Reality, but 3 is a lot, unless I have a lot of Manifest payoffs. Unwilling Vessel is obviously good if I'm doing the enchantment thing. Clammy Prowler is no good. Bottomless Pool's fine. Meat Locker's fine. Megalodon. Okay, if I have to play blue, I'll be pretty disappointed. We have 2 Unable to Screams and Bottomless Pool as the cards that stand out there. Now moving into black, we have Fear of Lost Teeth, Final Vengeance, Valvagot's Faithful for some Reanimator stuff, Innocuous Rat, sure. Our black has some Sacrifice stuff and the Unstoppable Slasher. So black can potentially be decent, especially with double Egotist. Maybe there is a black-red sacrifice deck that's available. We do have 1 copy of Percussionist. Wow, that's 3 turn inside outs. That's a lot. I don't know if I'm going to play 3, but if I'm a very, very creature-centric aggro deck, sure. FOMO is good. Grab the Prize is fine. Curse Recording if we have a bunch of spells. We do have Fear of Burning Alive. That card's excellent. Glassworks, Impossible Inferno. Okay. Red's looking okay as well. We have Phoba, Glassworks. We have a Razorkin Needlehead, FOMO, and then Clockwork Percussionist. And like I said, if we have enough spells, Curse Recording can certainly be playable. All right, let's see if green is good, because green is my favorite color in the set, and see if we can find something here. We have Flesh Burrower, Manifest Dread, Solid 2-drops, 3 Watchdogs. So with green, we will have no shortage of green 2-mana plays, which is nice. We get to curve out nicely. Defiant Survivor can be decent. Centipede's fine. Anthropede is still something I don't really like to main deck. Threats around every corner is good, and the Root-Wise Survivor can also be fine. We'll put the blue-white cards in here, and then we have some room stuff. Oh, 2 Signpost Rakdos Uncommons. So with 2 Egotists and a Skin Ripper, there's a really good shot that we end up in Rakdos here. Then we have Drag to the Roots and Beastie Beatdown, Duskmourn. Ghost Vacuum is almost certainly going to make it, and then we'll put the lands in. All right. Let's just clean things up here through the power of editing magic. All right, this is what we have so far. With white, I think, like I said, in order for white to be good, I have to be able to leverage these Hardened Escorts, with the jump scares. 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so I would have to pair it with another color to be very, very aggressive. Generally, what you want to do is pair with cards like the Hardened Escort. You want to pair it with red. And maybe we can do something there. But then we don't get to play all of our powerful uncommons, right? Our most powerful uncommons being the Glimmer, but I don't think blue-white's going to be a combination we play. The Mirth is great. Skin Ripper's great. Beatdown's great. Zimon's great. Zimon's the best one. And then Drag to the Roots as well on top of that. Yeah. You know, the first thing that really comes to me, at least, is a black-red deck. Black-red just has the best synergies, and it feels like we have a lot of decent cards here. We have the Innocuous Rat, Final Vengeance, Percussionist, and a bunch of sack things. So I'm going to first lay out what a black-red deck looks like before I look at any of the other options here. Alrighty, so this is what we have. 49 cards. Oops. And let's take a look at a Curse Recording. We have Impossible Inferno, 1, Murder 2, Winter's Intervention 3, Final Vengeance 4. I don't think we have enough spells for the Curse Recording, sadly. I'm not a big fan of Untimely Malfunction, so I think I'm going to cut that. Triple Inside Out is probably a bit much, so I think I can probably shave 1. And then I'm not a big fan of Killer's Mask at all. It's just pretty understated. This is significantly worse than the Flying Equipment, so I think I will cut that. So I do have some Delirium cards. I have 1, 2, and I think I will play the Inferno. Again, I like this card specifically in red-green Delirium, but in Sealed, you're also going to run into a lot more bombs, and I just want to make sure I have enough removal. So I have Final Vengeance, Winter's Intervention, Murder, Glassworks, and the Inferno, and to some degree the Fear of Burning Alive, and I'm totally happy playing all of those, which also I think makes found footage. You know, I typically don't like this in my green-based Delirium decks because you have a lot of good ways to get Delirium, but in black-red, maybe not so much. So I think this card can also be pretty good. I think Fear of the Dark can go. Fear of Lost Teeth can also, you know, this deck, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have a lot of spells. I might want to cut another Inside Out. I kind of like Grab the Prize and Found Footage in this type of deck just because I do feel like I want to get Delirium here with the Impossible Inferno, Fear of Burning Alive, and to a lesser degree, the Cultist, and also the Fear of Missing Out. Fear of Lost Teeth, I don't know that I need. It is an enchantment creature, which is pretty nice. I guess it's probably better than Winter's Intervention, honestly, just because there's some sacrifice synergies. And this I care less about just in terms of removal effects. I just want to be able to kill bigger things. Also, honestly, Valgavoth's Faithful, my curve is kind of low. So I think I can just cut this along with the Beastie. Yeah, that seems fine. Still need to cut 2 more cards. Winter's Intervention or Grab the Prize? I like Derelict Attic in Sealed deck, by the way, just because I just feel like a lot of it comes down to just being able to grind your opponents out, so I just like having access to this effect. Oh, cute little combo, by the way. Found Footage works with Skin Ripper and Egotist. All right, I'm in. I'm in for the Found Footage. I'll keep the Playmate here. It seems a little bit out of place here, but it is a 2-drop and it's an artifact creature, which helps a lot with Delirium. Yeah, I don't really feel like cutting too many more creatures at this point. We only have 13. So I'm going to look at my spells here and probably look to cut 2 spells from my pool. So given that I only have 13 creatures, I think that means I can probably shave one of the turn inside outs. Having 1 still seems okay. Just to have a trick, like we don't have that many tricks. And then I think the last cut is really between Winter's Intervention and Grab the Prize. And let's go with Grab the Prize here. Yeah, who needs Winter's Intervention? We have, you know, Fear of Lost Teeth, Skin Ripper to kind of deal some low amounts of damage, and I think our removal suite is pretty good. So this looks like a very, very solid black-red deck. We have, you know, some decent signpost uncommons here for the sacrifice theme. We have a couple of solid rares here in the Unstoppable Slasher, FOMO. Needlehead's just all right. Decent interaction. Ghost Vacuum, I think, is very, very good in this format, especially in sealed deck. And then we have Fear of Burning Alive. So there's just a lot of good synergies here. And we can also just kind of grind into the late game as well. So I think this is option A. But I'm going to at least take a look at one more build here just to see what else is available here. So why don't we take a look at that really, really aggressive red-white deck? And see, this is why we just do the experiment. Just because at first glance, you're like, oh, I have a decent curve and a bunch of good combat tricks. The problem here, though, is simply a lack of creatures. If you take a look, we only have 12 creatures, and that is just impossible to make work in a red-white aggressive deck. We don't have any secret manifest creatures here either, outside of the turn inside out. So I think for that reason, the red-white deck simply won't work. And so I'm just going to avoid doing that. So I'm going to go with this here and see how this goes. Let's add some lands. That sounds right. Let's see. Yeah, I actually want more mountains than swamps because of the Needlehead. And there you have it. Red, black, first bullet. Let's see if we can get there. All right, now before round one starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support, for allowing me to live the dream of being a content creator. All right, on the play here, gonna keep. Make sure to lead things with a mountain here because of the Razorkin Needlehead that's in my deck. Slow-ish hand, but still fine. Fear of Lost Teeth from the opponent. Now I'll run out the Swamp. Turn 3, I got the Skin Ripper in play. What can they do? Turn Valvagot's face? Sure. Alright, let's play the Skin Ripper here. Curious what I need to do. Oh, Glassworks? That's unfortunate. Alright. Probably just going to run out the Fnatic next turn. Our opponent deciding whether or not to attack on an empty board. Ooh. Is that better? Yeah, I kind of like just double creature this turn. It's a little bit better if they have some kind of super aggressive draw. Like, my Fear of Lost Teeth basically negates their whole offense. Like, they just can't attack me because I have a Fear of Lost Teeth in play. Oh, that is wonderful. Truly, truly wonderful. Oh, wait, no, I shouldn't have done this. They have a Valagot's Faithful in play. I should have played Derelict Addict. Okay. Whew. Disaster averted. Alright. We're trying to grind to the late game now. And this is exactly where cards like Derelict Addicts shine. A sack outlet would be very nice for my Fear of Lost Teeth. Ritual Chamber? Oh no! Alright, we need to find a removal spell. We need to find a removal spell for a 660. Final Vengeance would be fantastic. Let's draw some cards. We have Murder as well. What about 2 Swamps? What are people's thoughts on 2 Swamps? Yep. And that's why we play the black, right? That's why we play the black. Because black gives us Final Vengeance and Murder. Jeez, okay. Okay, so they're gonna sack Percussionist and kill my Egotist? Alright. Fair enough. And they hit Impossible Inferno. Goodness. We are in a world of a hurt here, friends. And no removal means we are going to die. They saw through my line. How could they? How could they? Yeah, we're dead. They have this. I'm going to take 6, go to 3. Then I'm going to go to 1. They're going to go to 21. And then they have Glasswork, Shattered Yard. And even if I killed the demon, they have a huge, huge board. So, I mean, that's just unfortunate. We just played against a good deck with a bomb that we, at the moment, didn't have an answer for. And that happens. I'm going to keep this, but we do need some lands here, specifically Swamp. I wonder, you know, the more I think about it, I wonder if I should play Bedhead Beastie just because it's sealed deck and it's just, you know, just something to play, right? I'm just playing this out right now just because I don't mind it trading with anything, and it just eats. If they have a removal spell, I'm happy for them to eat this first before I can run out my premium uncommons here. Tunnel Surveyor would be the absolute worst thing for them to play. Erratic Apparition is okay. The way I look at it is I'll get that back at some point. And it's really important to save whatever removal you have for just all the bombs, right? So is that a main phase entity tracker? They must have the land, right? They have to have that land that comes into play tapped. Oh my gosh, I called it. I called it. Signs, you've played this format too much. Wow. All right, well, I mean, that card is precisely why I went with the trade there instead of just using the Glassworks. Because I still have access to Final Vengeance for, I don't know, Ghostly Dancers? Something? Are you kidding me? So we played against... Oh my gosh. I mean, what am I even supposed to do, right? It's just like... Alright, let's play Disturbing Mirth. Let's sack this enchantment. I mean, I should probably kill one of them. Oh, hold on. I gotta see the ordering here. Oh, they were both none, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. I don't really want to grab the prize anything, so I guess I just play a land for now. Like, my hand is great. I have 3 premium cards. Alright, so Entity Tracker into Valvagot's Onslaught is what we're fighting against here. But we are playing the color combination that has a bunch of removal, and you get to see the power of Disturbing Mirth there, right? That was 2 mana, draw 2 cards, make a 2/2? So good. Okay. That's good because it gives us some reprieve. Now, if I draw a land, that would be phenomenal, right? Because I can play Phoba and beat down. If I don't draw a land, then I'm going to just play Impossible Inferno. I imagine they don't want to race me. They have the late game advantage. So, yeah, because I don't have another good follow-up play here, I'm just going to go with the Inferno on the 4/4. Try to hit a land, maybe. Nope. Fear of Missing Out's a totally fine hit, though. Fear of Missing Out's a totally fine hit. We have lots of good removal. So. Hardened Escort. Interesting. So I guess they're just splashing Valvagot's Onslaught, which makes a ton of sense. One of the best rares in the entire set. Absolutely worth splashing. No questions asked. Fear of Surveillance. Okay. Some underwhelming things my opponent's doing. I mean, I'm certainly going to play Fear of Missing Out here. They have 2 mana available. Huh. I'm not going to get too greedy there. Because I want to make sure I can cast Fear of Burning Alive. I don't think this is a good turn to attack. I think it's a good turn to just play Unstoppable Slasher. So let's go ahead and do that. I can return to Cultist at some point, but being able to attack and make this attack twice seems ridiculous. It's like, oh, eat 2 creatures or die. That's basically what that is. Next turn is interesting, though, because I have to decide whether or not I want to lead with Fear of Burning Alive with all that open mana that my opponent has, or cast Murder. Now, I imagine they're going to Meat Locker me, unless they totally forgot about it. Oh, Sheltered by Ghost. Okay. Sure. Oh, that's great. And they Meat Locker. Really good turn. Really, really good turn. I suppose they can trade Hardened Escort for my Egotist. Sure, I'll do that. I don't really want that card in play. And I think before they untap, I probably should just use my Murder immediately. Also to prevent them from gaining 1,000,000 life. This is all the benefit of having removal. I don't want the Unwilling Vessel to get out of hand, so I'm going to actually attack here. Then the old post-combat Percussionist. They have so much power. There's a Shelter by Ghost, too. That is a very good one. Alrighty, what do I want to do? I mean, now I probably just Phoba. Actually, no, I want a post-combat Phoba. Yeah, I think that's better. I imagine they're going to want to trade my Slasher. Yeah. All right. Looking good. Looking good. That is also quite good. Okay. All right. Wow. We defeated the Valvagot's Onslaught, Shelter by Ghost, Entity Tracker deck. Proof that when you just have decent synergies and the appropriate removal, you can beat any deck. right? And that's what this deck is. It's not absurd, but we do have enough ways to try and slow down what our opponents are trying to do here with these 5 removal spells here. But that's also why I don't put as high of a priority on Winter's Intervention, because I don't really care about... Unless they play Gremlin Tamer, I don't really care, right? So... And it is really important for this deck to get Delirium, I feel. Right, found footage. Oh, Reluctant Role Model. I wish I had Winter's Intervention. Oh my gosh, I really wish I had Winter's Intervention. Uh-oh. This is a lot. Yikes. I don't think I want Fear of Lost Teeth. I assume they're just going to put counters on it. Right now, my priority is keeping my life total pretty high, so I'm just going to kill Fear of Being Hunted. Sure. Okay. It's 4 damage. I'm taking 1 less damage this way. Can you keep putting +1/+1 counters on it? Well, that answers my question. Alright. Got rid of that. And... I'm playing this because next turn I can play both of these. Yeah, sure, they can attack me for 2. But if they use a removal spell, that's also fine. Okay, well, we at least dealt with the initial onslaught here. And let us play things. I don't actually know if I was supposed to play my 3rd black source or my 3rd red source. Maybe it was my 3rd black source, 3rd red source. I'm thinking about cards like Grab the Prize and Fanatic of the Harrowing. Okay, Norin. Looks like they have another removal spell. Wow. Okay. I gotta block. It's really annoying, but this is hopefully their last thing left. Oh. Okay, sure. Well, this is my last thing left. I mean, they're on 4 lands, all spells. Yeah, you know, it's okay. It's the nature of the beast. Ooh. Wait. I can just play this with no cards, right? Okay. I mean, look, if they're gonna draw 3 Scorching Dragonfires or whatever, and 4 lands, like, you will never beat a Boros deck if this is how they draw. Like, you know what I mean? And that happens. Oh well. Keep it going. Like, it's pretty rare to play against, like, a very, very, very aggressive Boros deck, so that's kind of the risk you take by not playing a card like the Intervention. But I think for me, it was between Intervention and Grab the Prize anyways. Although I did mention wanting to play Bedhead Beastie. I don't know what I would cut for it, though. This hand looks very good. Turn 2 Needlehead. Get things going. If I miss on a land, obviously I can still use this to cycle, but this, I think, hits more likely to connect. Actually, they're both pretty likely to connect. Alright, this is actually really interesting. Because this puts another creature in play. But this gives me a higher likelihood that I don't miss a lane drop. I want to play it. I want to have a 2-3 in play. It also makes me take less damage. All right, we missed. That's unfortunate, obviously. Oh, and that's a Tyvar. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Oh me, oh my. All mountains. Unfortunate. Can't attack. Alright, well this might be a short run here, folks. Wow. Okay, that's a head shredder. Swamp? I don't even know what, like... Okay. Okay. Needlehead could go all the way. I mean, we kept a 2 mountain hand and went grab the prize and fear of missing out, but have yet to draw swamp. You know, and they're just like, look, if I just play the long game, I can't lose. That's kind of their thought process, which, you know, is totally fair. I mean, at some point they're going to attack me. That's actually really good because it allows me to put a land in my graveyard for Delirium. So drawing a swamp would not be bad because then I can block with the Egotist. Now the question is, do I play Disturbing Mirth? Oh. Okay. That's a thing. Can I attack? No. Defiled Crypt. Oh, sure. Let's exile this swamp and that land in response, I guess. Are you sure you want to do that? I guess they can get it back. All right. How do I want to do this? So I can kill... If I kill friendly Teddy, they take another damage here. And then they go to 9. They crew this. We attack. Actually, I think I'm supposed to attack first and then Fear of Burning Alive after. Okay. Because then I can use Fear of Burning Alive to finish off the Shredder, which is like the really annoying creature. Like killing a creature right now doesn't matter much because I'm not removing a blocker, right? Because they can crew. The nice thing here is if Fear of Burning Alive dies, I can get it back with the Ghost Vacuum. Ah, Horrid Vigor, sure. Okay. Well, let us see how they block. Oh, that, yep, okay. Yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah. Is there any way for me to get in for an extra point of damage? Ah. I don't see it. Like, I can sack, obviously, but I can't play the Fear of Burning Alive then. So attacking with this doesn't matter. I just need to survive next turn and I'm okay. Let's kill the Shredder. I don't want them to draw a card off the Teddy, obviously. And sure, let's play the land. All right, they're at 1. Oh, I lost it a Boros deck too, huh? Yeah, I did. I mean, I certainly need to block. What is this to target creature where X is the greatest power? So everything gets +3/+3. So if I just block like that, 5/10 damage. Sure. It doesn't trample, so. All right. We're still alive. Barely. No creature to get back. All right. All right. Oh, man. Okay. We need to rattle off 5 in a row with this. I don't know if I'm the most confident, but we will keep this going, I guess. Oh, this hand is absurd. We have Percussionist and Disturbing Mirth. That's just too many cards. I don't even know what to do. I think this is probably a spot too, honestly, where, especially when I was 1-2, a lot of people may consider just dropping. But we're fighting, okay? We are fighting. So, hold on. If I play this now, I have to play this card. Whatever I hit off the Percussionist. And how many expensive cards do I have? Fear of Burning Alive. I think I'm going to hold off on it. It's a forest! Yes! Look at found footage doing its thing. I want to be able to sack like the Glassworks or wait till I have more mana. And it's just a forest, so it's not a huge deal. Oh, that I'm killing. That, just, I am slamming it. They're green-white. They're going to have ways to make this thing survive. Let's attack. Our hand has Inferno and Murder. A lot of good removal. We have the Mirth. No way to sack the Mirth just yet, but we have like 4 ways to do so, which is quite nice. Would like to find a land here, of course. Orphans of the Wheat. Fear of Burning Alive. I have a couple options. Like, if I want to minimize damage, I can play the Cultist. I feel like I just need to get my mana flowing. So, I'm going to sack my Glassworks, though, just to get... This one saves me a few more life points. I drew the Swamp, which is great. And then we'll just pass. Now we can block with the Percussionist. I just want to make sure that I hit my land drop so that I can cast the Fear of Burning Alive on curve. So now I can block with the Percussionist. Savior of the Small... Are you kidding me? With Orphans of the Wheat? Oh my gosh. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Well, I can't double spell this turn. No, wait! Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, this is such a... God. Oh, this is such a beating. You know... Yeah, I was supposed... Well, I don't even know what I'm supposed to kill. They're just going to tap both, and they can either get this back or mana... This is just a disaster. Like an absolute disaster. Was there anything I could have done? I don't know. Oh my. I guess discard this. I'm going to try to play around like a fight spell maybe if they have it. Well, that's just stupid. If they have Shard Mage's Rescue, I'm going to be so upset. What can they have for 1 white? I can't think of much. I'm going to block here. And I'm just going to make a manifest. Oh, they should have just jump scared ahead of time. Okay, well, this was really good for me. Okay, we are trying here, friends. We are trying. Okay. Let's kill that. Let's play the vacuum. All right, we're at 5 life, but we are trying to stabilize here. They need to draw some lands. Please? Just to give me hope. All right, what do I exile? I think I try to keep them off of Delirium. So let's get rid of the sorcery and then the instant, probably. Although Ghost Vacuum's really good if I just exile a bunch of creatures, right? So, I don't know. Oh, they have a Wicker... Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I'm at 5. I should exile my Fear of Burning Alive, honestly. Okay, we got the Glimmer, which is great. Acrobatic Cheerleader. Okay, so that's okay for now, because I can just play double creature this turn. Because I want to hold off on the Ghost Vacuum if I can. So what's the other creature that I want to get? Savior of the Small seems pretty good. FOMO is pretty good, actually. Maybe it's FOMO. Percussionist is pretty good. Just like, don't draw any more gas. I assume you have 17 lands in your deck. Okay. I mean, if they attack, I'm just snap blocking everything, so. Yeah, Centipede doesn't do that much here, and I don't care about the Glimmer. It could be the Percussionist. Fear of Missing Out is a very powerful card, though, so I'm just going to go with that. I'm at 3 life. I mean, I don't have to do it yet. I can go to 1. I mean, I should just do it, right? Let's be real. I can't get too greedy. I want to kill that Thresher anyways. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize how low they were. Okay. Both my creatures fly, by the way. All right. And I have the ability to sack Mirth at instant speed. Whew, my goodness. We are having some nail biters. Fear of Burning Alive to save the day. I'm trying to figure out if there was a better way for me to sequence that middle part of the game where they had Orphans of the Wheat plus the Survivor plus the 3/4. That was just a lot of nonsense. I don't know, but we are still alive. Wow. All right, on the play here, keeping. Actually, that Tormenting Voice card seems pretty bad. Maybe I should cut that for a Bedhead Beastie or something. Or a Winter's Intervention. I feel like I like Found Footage more. Because it's like always fine. And it puts an artifact in my graveyard. Alright, we got... The vacuum was great that game, certainly. Not going to be good this game, it looks like. Silent Hall Creeper. Okay. I mean, to be fair, none of the cards in my hand was going to be a removal spell for the Hall Creeper anyways. Come on, Slasher. No! How do they always have it? Alright, well, we need to top deck something. Okay, well, that's something. Alright, there we go. That would have been the answer for the Hall Creeper. Although I wouldn't have been able to cast it, and it's a 3/3 now. Man, my deck looks so much worse when I don't draw removal. It's kind of awkward because they have counterspell mana now. Okay. Oh, yep. I will actually play this mountain first in case I draw Bone Splinters. Or Final Vengeance, rather. I didn't. Oh, this is not cool. You have to play something big to copy with the Silent Hall Creeper. That's obviously not good for us. We did draw the Egotist here, so we can sack the Percussionist to try to find some stuff. And then exile it with the Vacuum. Or, honestly, Artifact Creature in the graveyard gives us Delirium, which is pretty good. I mean, we're in a racing situation, but the thing is, with the Hall Creeper going, this was a beautiful curve. Beautiful looking deck here so far from the opponent. I would just feel so much better if I could just draw a removal spell. You know what I mean? That would make things so good. So much better. Alright, let's just exile the Glimmer Burst. So now this is a 6/6. This card is so good. So ridiculous. Final Vengeance. Nope. And they have 6 cards in hand. And I have nothing. We might be in for a long day here, folks. We might be in it for the long haul. I mean, I'm gonna just go big or go home here. Like, they're just so far ahead on board. Vanish from sight. Okay. I do not want that card. We have a Fanatic of the Harrowing on top. Doesn't really help the situation, I will say. Sawblade Skin Ripper. Do you do anything? It's potentially a 4/3, I guess. I think I need to get this going still. That was good. I don't think I'm in a position to attack. They're at 12? With 3 cards in hand? Yeah. Well, you know what? This Ghost Vacuum might be very good for us. We shall see. We only have 1 creature under it for now. Savior of the Small, okay. I should probably get Exile Fear of Immobility. Sheltered by Ghosts? Sure seems that way. Probably not beating Sheltered by Ghosts. No, it's just a Living Phone, okay. So what do I get back? I get a Fear of Immobility and a Skull Crab. But I don't see a world where I can survive the following turn, so I have to do it. I think. It buys me a good amount of time, I will say. Target you. Target you. Dealing 2 damage doesn't seem that significant here. I already have Delirium, so... The question is, do I want to get the Living Phone or the 1/1? I almost want to just get the Living Phone. Or, sorry, the 1/1. Attacking doesn't do much because they can double block here. Alright. Oh, I shouldn't have milled them. They have a Savior of the Small. They're at 11 life. Okay. Is there any way I can just kill them? Like, what if I 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Yeah, maybe I just block and sack. Block here. Oh, no, but if I block here, they get the phone back. So I just take 2, maybe? I mean, their deck looks solid. That's not good. Murder. Okay. I'm at 5? Ugh. I mean, I guess I should sack this to kill a 1/1. The reason, so I'm not murdering this right away because I want to try to get them to make a bad attack. They did have Sheltered by Ghosts. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I guess I have to kill it in response. Oh my gosh, what a grind. They whiffed! Okay. Fear of Immobility will attack. That is a highly interesting attack. I hope they make that attack. Okay, so we block here, block here. Alright, we're at 3. I need to draw something. Man. Alright, we need them to whiff. Nope, nope. Never mind. Unfortunate. Yep. Nope, they had a solid deck. I mean, they had some filler cards. But, like, you know, it's not like our deck was fantastic. It was fine. But certainly not going to beat the start of turn 2 Silent Hall Creeper, get full value when we're playing our Rakdos deck. So, unfortunate. Honestly, you know, my pool wasn't super spectacular. I think the other build would have been a Gruul deck. I think, You know, we also ran into some really, really good decks. I'm surprised we even made it to 3-3. We ran into a lot of bomb-heavy stuff, but we did see kind of Fear of Burning Alive do its thing. Disturbing Mirth also showing its worth. And all in all, just like the combo, the package here was really, really strong. Having access to the additional removal with the Final Vengeance helped us in some situations as well. So I was reasonably fine with this configuration. We got to play all of our best cards in the Unstoppable Slasher and the Fury of Burning Alive with the Fear of Missing Out. But like I said, we just ran into some really, really strong decks. If I were to do this a little bit differently, I think maybe I would have played the Intervention over perhaps the Grab the Prize. This card just felt pretty bad. I know the format's slow, but this, I don't know. Maybe I need to play with it a little bit more. But anyways, you know, obviously starting out 1 and 2, didn't expect to go too far. So this is our first attempt of many, because I am not going to stop today until I make day 2. But I'm going to be posting this up as soon as possible so that you can watch me fail. Only to come back like a phoenix from the ashes for the second time, or third time, or fourth time. We'll see. We'll see how things goes. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. You need that booster box for your local draft. You need some singles for your next standard event. Make sure you check out tcgplayer.com and click that affiliate link in the description below. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more. heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we get a busted video, busted seal deck rather, in tomorrow's video. Until then.